The reason why a lot of students fail their exams is the fear of failure. Speaking from personal experience, I was always told that failure is bad, which made me fear it, but the fear of failure made me fail more. Then after a couple of failures, I lost motivation because I didn't see any point in trying. I thought I'd fail no matter what I do. Then after I lost motivation, I became lazy. I didn't attempt to prepare for my exams and I was stuck in a constant downward spiral. Later on, I forgot how success felt like and I forgot how to read and pass an exam. I was used to failure and I couldn't get into the university until I decided to think deeply and change myself. I learned to read, learned to struggle for success, and I was forced to motivate myself so that I could enter the university. Anime taught me how to do this and I'll share the tips with you. Number 1. Accept failure. I had already failed a lot, but I accepted that failure is part of the learning process and I can't master things as easily as cartoon or anime characters. I told myself that I had to fail to succeed. Instead of fearing failure, I took it as a teacher and I learned from my mistakes, which helped me to grow and learn better. By embracing failure, you learn to avoid it. The students in the Assassination classroom had to embrace failure to learn to succeed. The Assassination classroom was a classroom for people that failed in their studies, aka the failure class, but with Koro Sensei's help, they became successful. Number 2. Take care of yourself. You can't learn properly if you aren't taking care of yourself, so get a lot of sleep and make sure you eat well. When you treat your body well, your mind will be refreshed, making the learning process easier. When you feel better, you'll learn better, so get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day and you'll think better. Number 3. Break it down. You won't get anywhere if you want to learn all the topics in your math syllabus at once. It'll be too intimidating. Instead, break it down into smaller pieces and you'll find it easier and less intimidating to learn. The cool cars you see weren't just made like that. They had to make a lot of different parts, and when all the parts were made, they were combined to build that beautiful car you admire. So split your goals into smaller tasks and take it step by step. With every task you finish, you find yourself mastering the subject little by little. Even when you are taking an exam, don't be intimidated by the whole question. Intimidating problems can be broken down and solved easily, just as Koro Sensei told the students. When they were writing their exams, they were given very hard problems to solve and they were afraid, but Koro Sensei armed them with one fact. No problem set in an exam is unsolvable. Instead of looking at it as unsolvable, pay close attention to it and look carefully at each part of the question, bit by bit, and then work out the important parts. The questions become a lot easier that way. Number 4. Manage your time efficiently. Now that you have your goals and your tasks, you have to create a schedule that allows you to manage your time efficiently. Make a schedule that allows you to go on breaks, because if you don't take a break, you'll end up wasting your time. Everyone gets to the point where the squeeze isn't worth the juice, so get your tasks, identify your priorities, and create a schedule that allows you to go on breaks regularly. Deadlines help you to get things done quicker and avoid procrastination, so if you're okay with deadlines, you can put them in the schedule. After studying for a long time non-stop, the Quintuplets found out that they kept trying, but they just couldn't learn anything. Futaro knew he'd hit that wall eventually, but he didn't know how to overcome it. But when he thought about it a bit, he discovered that cramming or studying too much is counterproductive. He then decided to give the Quintuplets a break from studying so that they can relax, unwind, and feel refreshed, so that they'll be able to learn much better when they return to studying. Number 5. Study efficiently. You can search for study techniques to help you, and there are a lot of them, like active learning, spaced repetition, and summarization. You can also create a unique study technique for yourself. You just have to discover yourself, what makes you remember things easily, and then apply it to your studies. Remember that there isn't only one way to study. You can create your own unique way that will serve you well. Uesugi Futaro developed a lot of study techniques that the Quintuplets could use to learn efficiently. These techniques, combined with their efforts and determination to learn, made them to pass their exams and graduate. Number 6. Ask for help. If you're struggling to do it on your own, ask for help. There are people who will be happy to help you. You can also ask your parents to hire a tutor if they can afford it. Tutors usually help because they focus on only you and they know you, so they get the right study methods for you, which will help you to be proficient in your studies. If you can't do that, ask your teachers or classmates for help. Koro Sensei was always there to help his students in creative ways whenever they needed him. This attention helped them to progress academically and it helped them to pass their exams. Number 7. Don't try to be perfect. Don't focus on being perfect. Instead, put a lot of effort into completing your tasks and achieving your goal. It will take a while, but if you complete those little tasks well, your effort will pay off in the end and you ace the exam that you're preparing for. If you make mistakes, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, learn from them. Mistakes give you the opportunity to grow. Don't forget that. Number 8. Reward yourself when you're done with the task. I find it easier to finish tasks when I put a reward at the end of it. You could say, if I'm done with this math topic before the deadline in my schedule, I'll get myself a burger. I'll fulfill the burger if I don't finish it before the deadline. Putting a reward at the end of every task allows you to give your all to finish the task. When Aya got a Stella, she was rewarded with a dog for her hard work and she later named him Bond. Also remember to celebrate the small wins. When you reach an important milestone, if it's a big one or a small one, celebrate. Now you know how anime teaches you to get over your fear of academic failure. If I didn't discover these tips, my life would have been a total wreck today and I would probably still be at the high school level. I wouldn't have had any accomplishment to my name and I would have been a useless individual. My academic failures cost me a lot of time, but I'm glad I took the first step and now I'm better than I was then. If you take these tips, I'm sure you enjoy success at the academic level. Don't forget to watch the shows in this video, especially Assassination Classroom. They are awesome shows and they contain helpful tips for students. And finally, good luck in your next exams. I'm looking forward to your success stories in the comments. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in knowing how anime teaches you what to do, if you're uncertain about your career or future path, then you can watch this video. Until next time, bye and have a lovely day.